What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic, and today we're going to be checking out two new projectors from BenQ, so stay tuned. So as if 1080p projectors haven't already dropped enough in price, BenQ has just released two more budget projectors, and they're actually getting even cheaper. Now, if you're new to projectors, then make sure you go check out my TV versus projectors video that I did a few months ago. That's gonna help you understand some of the benefits of a projector and why you might wanna consider one over a TV. So here with me today, I have the BenQ HT1070A and the MH530FHD. Now, both of these are 1080p projectors, and both of them are priced under $650. Now, these projectors do look identical and they're actually from the same line, but they do have some major differences. So the HT1070A is BenQ's latest entry-level 1080p projector, and it has a retail price of $649, which is not to be confused with the existing HT1070, as it's not the same projector. So in the box, you're gonna get a power cord, a VGA cable for some strange reason. I would definitely have preferred to have HDMI. You're also gonna get a remote and two AAA batteries, and of course the projector itself. So the HT1070A comes with a 6x RGB color wheel, which covers 96% of the color spectrum. It can produce up to 2200 lumens, and it has a 15,000 to 1 contrast ratio and a 2-watt internal speaker. Now, this projector can produce 100 screen from only 10 feet away, and it does have a 1.2x zoom to help with installation as well. So as I said, both the HT1070A and the MH530FHD share the same design, and I have to say it's definitely a nice and clean look that should fit in well, whether it's sitting on a coffee table or mounted on the ceiling. So on the top of the HT1070A, you're gonna find the power and menu buttons, your zoom dial and your focus ring, vents on the left and right to keep it cool. You're gonna have your lens and IR sensor on the front, adjustable feet on the bottom, and on the back, you're gonna have a mini USB service port, RS-232, VGA input, composite input, two HDMI inputs, and stereo audio inputs and outputs. Now, as far as performance goes, let me start by saying that the HT1070A is definitely an impressive projector for the money. Right out of the box, I was happy with the picture quality and the color accuracy. Now, of course, no projector is completely perfect out of the box, but this needed very little tweaking for me to get a picture that I liked. Now, BenQ does claim that this has what they call cinematic color technology, and I'm not sure if this is what I'm seeing, but I'm definitely impressed with the color accuracy. And the sharpness is what I expected as well. It's gonna have a true crisp 1080p picture. It looks good projecting on my 135-inch screen with the lights dimmed or turned all the way off, but like most 2200 lumen projectors, it's gonna work better in darker rooms, especially with bigger screen sizes. So it does have decent contrast, although the black levels could definitely be better, but if you're looking for an image that looks better than this, you should definitely be expecting to pay a lot more money. Now, you do get a good amount of menu options to allow you to tweak the image to your liking, including a few installation options. Now, I've personally found that the cinema and sport modes look the best in my opinion, but you can tweak the settings from there. Now, one really popular projector in the sub $700 price range is going to be the Optima HD1072X. Now, even though the HD1042X is capable of 3000 lumens, BenQ is claiming that the HT1070A provides a brighter and more color accurate picture. Now, some of this might be attributed to the RGB YCW color wheel in the HD1042X versus the RGB in the 1070A. So now on to the less expensive MH530FHD. So at $549, this projector is aimed at the consumer who wants an inexpensive 1080p projector that's really bright and provides a nice sharp image. So in the box, you're gonna get the same exact accessories that came with the HT1070A, including the power cord, VGA cable, remote, batteries, and of course the projector. So the MH530 also has a 15,000 to 1 contrast ratio, but it can actually put out up to 3300 lumens. And it also uses an RGB CMY color wheel instead of RGB. It's also going to have a 2-watt internal speaker just like the HT1070, and it's going to be able to project a 100-inch screen from about 10 feet away as well. So since these projectors are mostly identical, they're going to share the same overall layout, but you do get 3 additional ports on the back of the MH530. So you're gonna have 2 VGA inputs, an S-video input, and a VGA monitor output. So the added brightness of the MH530 allows you to use it in a room that has some ambient light and still have a nice bright picture that's not easily washed out by the light in the room. And like any projector, it's definitely gonna perform better in a completely dark room, but the extra brightness allows for you to project a huge screen up to 300 inches if you want and still have a brighter picture than you would with the average projector. And not only is this projector full HD, but it also supports 3D. So you can actually pick up a few pair of inexpensive 3D glasses on Amazon and enjoy a nice movie night with the family if you want. Now, as far as the performance of this projector goes, it's definitely not the greatest picture quality, but it's not bad for the money. Now, the menu is going to be missing some of the more advanced picture options that are present on the HT1070A, but there are a few options for you to adjust the picture quality. Now, when the brilliant color setting is turned on, it's super bright, but the colors lack vibrance. So if you turn off the brilliant color setting, then the colors are more accurate, but you lose a lot of the brightness. Now, this is likely due to the different color wheel that you're getting in the MH530, so you can play around with the settings to find a happy medium, but just keep in mind that it's probably going to result in a much dimmer picture. Now, as far as the black levels go, they're actually about the same on both of these projectors, and I don't think it's that bad, especially considering this is one of the cheapest 1080p home theater projectors that BenQ makes. Now, considering that the MH530 only covers 86% of the Rec. 709 color space, I wasn't expecting the colors to blow me away anyways, but the added brightness sort of makes up for the shortcomings in color accuracy depending on what you're using it for. Now, again, this projector isn't aimed at someone like me who cares about color accuracy, but for someone who's new to projectors or wants to have a quick and easy projection setup that can be placed anywhere. Now, as far as fan noise goes, this didn't really stick out to me with either of these projectors. You can definitely hear the fans, but it never got loud enough to bother me. Now, the 2-watt speaker on these projectors is okay for listening to a video in a quiet room, but definitely not recommended for watching a movie or even a TV show since it doesn't get really loud and the audio can get distorted pretty easily. Now, even though I think BenQ has the right idea about these projectors, I do think that there are a few things that they could have done better. The first thing is that neither of these projectors have a full-size USB power port. Now, a full-size USB port is going to be helpful for powering something like a Fire Stick or a Chromecast or something like that. Another thing is that neither one of these projectors come with a dust cap. Now, I'm not exactly sure why they don't ship it with one, but that is definitely something that I think every projector should come with. And the IR sensor for the remote isn't as sensitive or accurate as some of the more expensive BenQ projectors. But other than those few minor things, I do think that these are good projectors for the money. Now, if you're new to projectors and you want something bright and you're not super picky about picture quality, then the MH530 would be a great option. If you're looking for something a bit more accurate and you want something that you can put in like a living room or a theater room, then the HT1070A is also a great option. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead as always, mash that like button for me. Post your questions and comments in the comments section. I'll respond to your questions and I'll see you guys in the next video.